Izzy, how are you?
I'm very well, my man. I'm very well. How are you?
God, did I really blow this, huh? I gave the wrong time a couple of times. I mean, the math is very
Ah, you're right.
confusing. It's very confusing, the math for me over
Even
there. Where are you?
I am in my nest in Auckland, New Zealand. So yeah, I still get confused as well, but I try and use the UFC pay-per-view times to gauge it right. But yeah, I'm home. I am nesting. I haven't been bored yet. It's been a week and a few days. I don't even know what day it is. Wednesday over here, but I haven't been bored yet, so that's a good thing.
Okay,
How
so
are
we
you
have a,
been?
I've been okay. It's been a crazy time in the world of MMA. I don't know if you follow the
Mm.
news, but
Oh,
we're like the least bored people because there's so much going on.
man, oh man, there's so much going on. And then what a time as well. What a time to be alive. So much going on. And yesterday's news broke, and then the car kind of got announced, and I've just been like, we're really doing this. It's crazy. It's nuts. It just might work. I
How do
hope it
you feel?
works.
How do you feel about them doing this? Like, if you were one of the fighters, it's amazing. You guys got in at the buzzer there, like the last real event for a while. Isn't that
Yeah.
amazing? How would you feel if you were scheduled to compete?
Uh, I want to. I want to compete. I'm actually in shape. I've actually been training. See, I don't do these home workouts. I haven't really posted anything. Like you guys already see what I do. And you know what? That's what I do for work. I don't know. I'm off work right now. I'm still working. Um, yeah, I'm in shape. I've kept everything around like 50, 60% fitness. So I'm down to fight on a private island in front of the Illuminati and slay someone. That'll be gangster.
Wait, so have you actually told the UFC this? Like, are you actually motivated by this and
Breaking
excited by
news,
this?
Ariel.
What? What are you saying, Izzy? What are
Breaking
you trying to
news.
tell us?
I'm not saying anything. Nah, I talked to Eugene the other day, and we never really stay out of shape. I've got an air dye there. I've got in case I need that, you know, that power they keep talking about. But yeah, I'm ready to fight. We'll see what happens with this show first. We'll see if it actually goes, if it actually pulls off being like Fire Festival, because that's another way it could go. But I have faith. I really think like if there's a time to step up. I actually talked to Dan a few days ago actually because I was just seeing him pop up in the news a while, and I was like, you know what? Kudos to this guy for working at a time right now where he should be taking a rest, like everybody else. And I just said, hey, thanks for trying to put this card together. And he's like, man, it's the hardest I've ever done. Or what you guys are hearing, he said to me, he said, this is the hardest I've ever done. Right, right, right. And I was like, man, this guy's ballsy. This is why the UFC got to where it is. It's because of this guy. Because he just like said, we'll put it on the cooking channel. We'll put it on Spike. We'll try and get it on. I mean, like, this is crazy. MMA is going to be the like only sport in the world that's active. That's crazy. I can't think of any other sports that are being played right now. But like the whole world's literally going to watch this, and it's going to be properly. The whole world's going to be watching.
Okay, so when you're talking to him, Izzy, are you saying, you know, you can call my number if you need a guy? Is that what's happening? Because you stopped short there. You were
No,
talking, but you
I
didn't
was
tell
just
us what,
giving.
like, did you actually volunteer?
No, I didn't actually volunteer. I've only talked to Eugene about training and staying in shape. But with Dana, I was just giving him props, because the guy gets a lot of hate all the time, and sometimes rightfully so. But also, he needs to get love and credit when his credit is due. And for this one, if he makes this happen, and what a fight, Ferguson versus Gaethje, late replacement. Like, if this could be on a different level, think about it, Ariel. Like this fight, the stylistic matchup itself could be 5 rounds of just death of two guys who know how to go to that place, who know how to dig deep, and it could just go on for 5 rounds. And literally, bro, watch this. You need to like get this pay-per-view right, or go on this Facebook Live. Oh, here, click on this link. Watch this. Like it could be like Forrest Grip 1 or 2, and on a much bigger scale, because literally the whole world's gonna have no choice but to watch this fight, and they're gonna be compelled to because they're like, oh, this, I don't watch this MMA. Some people, and they're like, oh, let me just see this fight. Like it's gonna be crazy, man. I see the potential. Maybe I'm a glass half full kind of guy. But I mean, I still stay sipping.
Yes, you do. But what about on the flip side of that coin?
Mm.
Like people saying you shouldn't be in contact. There's a lot of health risks and things like that. The fighters, every single fighter that I've talked to, by the way,
Mm.
has said the exact same thing that you've said. I want
Mm.
in. I want to
Yeah.
volunteer. Where do I go? Like you all seem to want to be a part of this and are
Hey,
relishing this, which
Ariel.
makes me think you're all a little bit loco. Yes.
Hey, don't take health advice from people who get paid and
Yes.
some who take pleasure and people up.
But I have to address the elephant in the room. I don't know if you're looking at the
Hmm.
comments, but your friend Darren Till has arrived. He keeps saying
Hmm.
your name, and now we've got Dylan Dennis. We've got
Oh
like all the
no,
trolls
Dylan.
out. But you and
There we
what's
go.
going on there?
What's up, Fatty?
What's going on? What's going on with you and Darren? I thought you guys were friends, and now he called you a term today. I don't want to repeat. I don't want to get in trouble, but he said the
So
same
what do
thing
you
that you
say?
said about him.
Say he called me a.
Affirmative. Yes.
Ah, I mean, I love Darren. I love him like I love my. She knows. We DM each other back and forth, sending gifs and memes. We're about that, but yeah, when his turn comes, his turn will come. But right now, we're just frenemies. Keep your friends
There he
close, but your
is.
enemies closer.
Is he
Hey,
picking a
pussy, you
fight with
still
you, or is he
there?
just messing with you? Like, do you feel like this is?
Hey, this we're keeping the world guessing. We're keeping the world guessing.
It's like when Hulk
I'm trying to
Hogan
see
and
more of the
Macho Man were
comments. All right,
together.
Darren.
You remember when
Yeah,
Macho
but
Man
that's
and
all.
Hulk
Like if
Hogan,
that
the
the
Mega
fix is in,
Powers?
nah, that's too old for me. That's too old for me. I was probably watching it back then, but I would have been younger and just watching the extremes of it, not really the storyline. Did you freeze on me?
Okay.
Oh no, you just standing
No, no,
still.
I'm here. Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay.
Mhm.
So there's a few things. There's a few things there because you just referenced the famous Jon
I
Jones
think
line.
Darren's trying.
I don't know what's going on,
Yeah,
man. I don't know what's going. What did you make of the
yeah.
latest with Jon Jones? Because I haven't seen you weigh in on this, Izzy. I didn't see you kind of disappear when all this happened. So I was wondering what you thought about Jon Jones's latest run-in.
This is my troll face. Nah, I mean, I did put some memes up, because I know, ah, you have to give people what the people want. But at the end of the day, there's some stuff I sent privately to my people that's not going to go out, like some stuff that meme worthy wasn't really kosher, even for my code. Like I put some, like a good pride one with Shogun kicking him out while he's down, and then soccer kicks. It was a funny one, but there's a level I just kind of what DC said. He's a young black man at the top of his game, and he's just throwing it all away. And I'm just like, ugh. And a lot of what DC said in your interview as well, I saw some of the snippets of that. Is the same thing. I'm just like, like I felt bad for him when I watched the body cam footage as well. But I never even posted them apart from my really, really close people. But it's just at the end when he was just sobbing, I was just like, I felt bad for him. And I shouldn't even say this, but it's just being honest. Because I can imagine myself in that position. And I haven't bet you in the back of the squad car, he's thinking Israel's going to have a lot of material with this one. I bet you that even went through his mind. I swear to God. But I mean, like I said, a lot of it will never see the light of day just because it's just funny for me. But at the same time, it's so sad just to see a young, black, skinny who wishes he had the career at the beginning like I am right now. And he's just throwing it all away. So I've taken lessons from watching a guy like him pave the way, if you will. And I won't repeat the same mistakes. I'll make my own. Sex tape dropping 2020. Get ready. We're live.
What do you make of the punishment that
uh,
he received, the plea deal?
bro, we all stuck at home. What do you expect like this? Ooh, gonna put him on home detention. Oh no. Yeah. Nah, he's gonna suffer. I feel bad. Like, uh, put it this way, I wouldn't want to be in a house with him right now. That's just all I'll say. Like for me personally, it's just I've said this even in one of the videos in my post when I said that, a lot of people coming out of this will see. I said it in like one of my posts about quarantine, like staying strong, just because a lot of people will spend time with their family and realize they don't like them, and a lot of people will fix some, relationships they have with their spouses, with their fathers, with their mothers, or whatever. And I just feel like something like that happening right now in my household would just dampen the whole atmosphere. It wouldn't really be, yeah, it just sucks. It sucks to be him. But enough about him. I'm focusing on me right now. I don't
I
want to
feel you.
start roasting the guy.
Let me ask you this. Last time I spoke to you was the Monday after the Romero fight. Have you gone back and watched it?
Hmm. No, I actually haven't watched that fight. I will watch it because like my coaches have watched it, even my friends and family have watched it. Like, yeah, it's not as bad as you think. I'm like, I'll watch it, and I feel that with all of my fights in the UFC, all of my fights in the UFC, up the Robert fight, main I think only, but all my fights in the UFC, I've watched them being like, oh, this I did that wrong. I didn't feel that fast, and I'll watch it. I'd be like, oh, I'm God mode. But I think the Robert fight is the only one where I felt I didn't really make much mistakes, but I would have changed some attacks in the second round and finished them off sooner. But yeah, I, as far as the Romero, I want to forget that fight. Put it that way. I want to forget, but I will watch it again and study it. But just yeah, I want to forget that fight.
Do you have different feelings towards it? Like, like after we spoke on Monday, it's so fresh. Here we are, a month and a half, a month and change later. Do you feel differently about it than the last time we
Mm.
spoke about it?
Uh, no, same feeling. It's just faded away. Like, okay, I'll have to watch it again. Just kind of like, and I think after I watch it again, I'll gain a new appreciation for the fight. But right now, I'm just like, I want to forget that fight.
Okay, fair enough. And then as far as if life was normal, when were you planning on coming back? There was some talk of Perth. It didn't seem like you would be on that
Nah,
card.
not for probably July, August.
And it was Paulo,
I don't know if I should have said that, but yeah, July. Yeah, definitely. Porra,
but
Porra
now it might,
China.
but now it might be on Dana White's island beforehand.
Perfect. It's even better. It's exactly the way the movie's supposed to play out on a private island. Is bro, I don't even know how USADA's working right now. Like everybody who's juicing right now, get it up. Hey, get your because right now no one's testing. That's I don't even know how's that gonna work. Yeah, it can't work right now. I don't even know how cycles work, Ariel. That's how far removed from the game I am. I don't understand how this works, but I know if I was a juice head right now, this is the time you ramp that shit up and get on your cycles and then off your cycles right before the lockdown ends. I think is that how it works? Yeah,
Yep.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, there is no testing going on, so you're 100% right. That's something that hasn't been talked about.
Yeah, and nobody knocked on my door right now, so. And I know, like Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz been saying, everybody's on steroids. So everybody who's juicing can be juiced to the gills right now.
Crazy. Is City Kickboxing closed?
Yeah, we shut down the gym even before the lockdown. Eugene was smart enough and being like, oh, yeah, this is not looking good. So he just shut it down.
Okay.
Um, ooh, Tim Simpson, check your emails. We spoke about this. I don't know what I've done now.
Oh no, your manager's mad. My
We
bad.
don't know if he's mad. We don't know if he's mad. Not in a bad way, but yeah, we'll see. Shout out to Sean O'Malley.
Man, you're getting all the love. The fighters
I know,
love you.
right? Hey, I love the fighters too. So
Some of them. Okay, so
yeah.
so let me ask you this, Izzy. I've been asking people this. Give me an old school, underrated fight that people should watch. Is there one that comes to mind? Fights, MMA, old school
Ooh,
fight.
underrated. Mm, underrated fight. The one that jumps out at me right now, and it jumps out at me because of the controversy behind this fight. And I think it was UFC 104. Machida Shogun won the first fight because yeah, Shogun won that fight. Machida won that fight. I think, well, yeah, That's an underrated fight. It was a good fight,
Machida won.
good technical background. Yeah, Machida won, but like, people were like Shogun won. No, Machida won. And I had a bet on that fight. I had
Yep.
Shogun
Yep.
winning, if I recall, when I was a young boy. I had Shogun winning, but then my friend had Machida winning because of that old age argument. Um, but yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that's the fight. UFC 104, Machida Shogun, the first one.
That's it. And then they met in the rematch, UFC 113, and Shogun knocked them
And
out.
Shogun knocked him out. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's the fight. I'm trying
That's
to
the
think of
one.
another one. Is there another one I really enjoyed? Underrated fight. Underrated fight. What's your one? Which one would you give the people?
Man, I've been giving people, I kind of like ran out of them now at this point. I've been giving people a lot over. You know what's one that I feel like people don't talk about? UFC 58,
Yeah?
Hughes Trigg 2. Remember that one? It was choking him out, then he turns
Is that
around.
the
Hughes,
one that picked him up and slapped? Yeah, that's a fight. That's a fight. That's
and
even like one of those moments that is the marathon he ran just to slam him. That was a gangster movie type. Yeah. Um, Another one from Strikeforce that I think a lot of the new fans wouldn't know is just the one rounder. You know the one, the ultimate one round, Paul Daly, Nick
Daly.
Diaz.
Yep.
Yeah. That is still one of my favorite rounds in MMA history, just because of what I remember how it was watching that live, the back and forth, and just the craziness of that fight itself. Yeah, that's a good one round fight if you want to watch.
And how about last week? I asked Marlon Chito Vera this same question. He says he watches old
Mm.
Izzy Adesanya kickboxing matches. That's what he does. That was his
Really?
recommendation. Yeah, how about that?
Hey,
He's in the chat
straight
too
up.
right now. There he is, right there. Yeah, Chito Vera.
Hey, DS Cyborg. What's up, Chito? Shout out to Chito Vera.
How about
My
that?
man. That's
Legend.
crazy. I want to see what fight. Let me see. I probably should do that myself because I've seen some of the highlights. Like I said, even before I work out, sometimes when I don't feel like working out, I'll just watch a highlight and be like, oh, that's right, I'm a middleweight champ. Boom, and I'm out, and I get it done. But I've seen some of the old bits of my kickboxing fights, and there's some of them I need to watch again just to like refresh my arsenal because there's a lot of moves that I used to use back in the day that I haven't really brought to the UFC yet because the opportunities hasn't presented themselves. But yeah, look at a Cheeto Vera page and watch some of my old fights. But shout out to Cheeto, I appreciate that. Also shout out to
Look,
VDK as well because I only know him properly through what's that? China Obed, all of them. Yeah, my guy. I appreciate that, Cheeto.
is there one that you have that's a favorite from back in the kickboxing days that people should watch?
I think me versus Nasi Foy in King of the Ring, the heavyweight tournament, the first fight. That was one where I hit the tornado kick after learning it properly 2 months prior. And that was a fight, like I talked about VDK. Yeah, that was a weekend. He died 4 days. My best friend died 4 days before that whole tournament. And then 3 days later, I fought in boxing in a 4-man tournament. So, yeah, that was a special one. That was a crazy one because I was like, in 6 days, I had 6 fights. No, 3 fights. No, what am I saying? 5 fights in 6 days. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
And for those that may not know, remember we sat down and spoke about that tournament before the Gaslam fight in Atlanta. We did a
Yeah,
video where we
that's
watched
right.
it.
We
So
did we did a breakdown. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I might watch
Okay.
that again. Even I also check out the what do you call it? Matza Ballin with Izzy and Ariel if you have time. That was a good watch. Yeah, let them know. That was a good watch. I remember some of the moments in that, even while we're having that conversation, I was like, this is gangster. And the matzo ball was beautiful. And that sandwich with the
Oh,
pastrami or the
the
deli meat,
Ruben.
that was delicious.
Oof.
The Rugen, yes. Oh, that was delicious.
Yeah.
But the combo we had, that was people feedback from that one. That was a good one. So check that out as well.
Oh, respect, respect. Thank you for that plug. Okay, one last thing. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Mm.
Ferguson Gaethje, who you got?
All we got is time, Arrow. We good. We good. Ask
Oh,
away.
all right, all right.
Now,
Hey, I got
what would you
nothing to
say?
do.
Yeah,
Ferguson Gaethje.
Gaethje, and Tony Ferguson. I haven't even had time to like break down the fight in my head just because I've been so blown away by the ridiculousness of how this show is gonna get pulled off. if I'm a betting man, which I am, fun fact, I never really gamble in Vegas. That's odd. But if I was a betting man, which I am, I'd say, Tony Ferguson. I'm gonna go Ferguson. But Gaethje, I like that quote, a tweet. I even liked it today 'cause I saw it on Twitter. Something about I'm terrified and I love it. That is raw. That is beautiful. And in a moment like this, and he explained why, because he's fighting a guy who can do what he does, which is go to that dark place. And that just gets you hard, man. That makes me want to get my work done. Today's leg day, Ariel. Today's leg day. Let's go.
Damn. Let's go.
Yeah.
No skinny legs here. Did you watch WrestleMania?
I didn't watch WrestleMania. And I didn't even know it was on. That's the thing. That's how far on my radar it is. I only knew through you, some of your retweets, that, they actually had WrestleMania. And I was like, how do they do that? But I guess it's not a quote-unquote sport entertainment. So maybe they had. Also, Vince McMahon knows some friends. He has some people in the government too. So he probably knew how to make that work. But yeah, I didn't watch WrestleMania. That would have been good. Maybe I might even give it a rewatch. Why not?
You
I'm
should.
sure it's on like WWE Live or something. Yeah.
Izzy, what about the fact that Kevin Durant is in our chat right now? The legend, the champ.
No way, KD.
KD up in
UFC
this.
226, I believe, and he's the only dude that made me look up. Like, God damn, this is tall. He looked like I was regular. Like, I look like his son almost.
Be honest. Did you know who he was? Because I know you're not a basketball fan. You saw Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
You had no idea who he was.
Yeah, no, I know Kevin Durant. No, bro. I don't know who the fuck Pierce is, man. The fuck you mean? Pierce autograph jersey in the house. How dare you, Ariel? In my house. How dare you? Bro, what are the chances? Hold up. Are you kidding me, Ariel? God damn. Paul Pierce is my dog. How dare you disrespect me in my own house? But
I'm sorry.
But I knew. No, I didn't know Kevin that, but it was through a rap song that I like. His name solidified in something that Drake said. But then, yeah, I knew who he was. And he had a nice fit on as well. My man had almost like a romper on, like a one piece, but it was just the top and bottom with the same pattern. It was dope.
Man, that's big time. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot there, but way to shove it in my face. Holy smokes.
See how I did that, though. Yeah, see how I did that.
I had no idea.
That was perfectly timed, man. Hey,
Wow.
let's get some questions. I want to see. Someone ask something not profound, but ask a proper question. I'll do an AM right now. Surprise AMA right now, live with Ariel.
My gosh.
Ariel,
all right, here we go.
Host.
Are you going to go sage mode in the next fight? You pick a question.
The next fight. Okay, I'll take that one. Shout out to stayhydrated.mp4. Best clips in the game. My bio. The best highlight ever made of me. That's 40 minutes long. That's a movie. Watch that. Now, to answer that question, say the next fight. This is going to be easy. I don't even want to lie to you. This guy's not going to stand there and look at me like a statue. He's going to come forward. He's going to come hard, pause, and play, and fast forward. He's going to be a guy that, like a bull, he's going to be, just dumb, and look forward to that. And he's beating a lot of people just because he stand there. You watch all his highlights. All his highlights and his fights, when he's unloading on people, they're not moving. They're static or they're stuck. This is different. The feet work on this side is different. The head movement on this side is different. The looks, the way you probe them is different. You understand? Everyone he's fought, tell me who he's fought that's given him any kind of different looks, or made him second guess an attack. I can't think of anyone. Uriah started off a little bit, but then Uriah decided I'm gonna just button bash and started throwing all this spinning. Didn't even work off his jab. This is gonna be fun. I can't wait for this fight. So this fight, I'll go stage mode, but in a different way.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.